So this is Gadgets and Wheels here with my little episode of the Carlsant1 and Savethefreak, going on their iron butt trip here from Leeds down to, I think it's Land's End, down to Hayling Island, down to meet Curly Blakey Bike first of all, Spicy, then across back up to Manchester I think, and then back home across to Leeds. So it's going to be definitely something of a butt at the end of it, but let's see and hope they make it within the time. That's 1,000 miles they've got to complete within 24 hours. And here they are now leaving Leeds. This is so like Top Gear, it's unbelievable! So Carlsant1 and Savethefreak on the Iron Butt Challenge 2012, heading out from his hometown of Guiseley in West Yorkshire, and heading down first of all to meet Curly Blakey Biker, who is another motovlogger down in the Norfolk or Suffolk area, I believe. It's their first meet of the middle of the morning, I think sometime like 3 or 4 a.m. and then they're heading down to Hayling Island for around 6 a.m. to meet up with another motovlogger from YouTube called Spicy110. After that they're heading, I believe, back up down to, actually back down then, or even down to Land's End, and heading back from Land's End and making their way up the west coast to back to Manchester, and I think then up to Preston, I believe, and then across back to West Yorkshire again. So it is quite a challenge. It's 1,000 miles in 24 hours. Not an easy feat actually on a motorbike. It tends to be a little bit uncomfortable after about 200 miles being in the seat and trying to achieve that in a very short space of time. So they won't have a great deal of time to have drinks, they won't have a great deal of time to take on food. They'll probably have very short breaks along the route in order to have toilet breaks and things like that. But in the time they will have to cover 1,000 miles. Everything is validated at the start and end of the journey, and along parts of the journey times will be taken, and video footage as well at times will be gathered if possible. So rather than me, I'm following them just down to Doncaster this evening, along with Leeds Rider 93, who's behind me right now, and then we will depart and let the two guys go about their long journey this evening. The weather is not too bad. It's fairly warm at this time of night. It's about 16 degrees now. Certainly has been a fantastic day today, and as the night starts to draw in, there's not very much cloud cover, so it is starting to get a bit more chilly. So I know I've dressed as if it's going to be a sort of quite a warm evening, but it's starting to get a bit cold now, so I'm sure these guys will feel the cold at some point through the early hours of the morning. For those of you watching this who are not familiar with motovlogging, it's beginning to expand here in the UK, and certainly throughout the United States as well, and one or two other countries as well you can see on YouTube, where motorbikers simply strap something to themselves, usually a camera of many forms, and film themselves riding along and essentially doing a commentary. Some great names of motovlogging in recent times: Svengali, who sadly passed away recently, and Moda13, who is also very, very popular. Carlsant1 has been vlogging for a number of years here in the UK, and one of, I think, you might consider the original vloggers, and I think recently had decided to carry out this iron butt challenge I think only about a week ago he decided to do it. Had a word with Save the Freak. Between the two of them they decided to do it, and the next thing you know, here they are on the evening making a start. Save the Freak there doing some unusual side saddle type riding, I think. I've got all the lights that I've got on the bike pointing at them to try and illuminate them as best as I can. The camera equipment I'm using is not really designed for nighttime use, so I'm not sure how good this footage is going to be. Hopefully it will work out quite well, and hopefully you'll be able to see who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. So we're heading through basically the centre of Bradford right now, and we're heading, I think, down towards either the M1 or the A1, either of which will get us broadly in the direction that they are heading to, and the start of their 1,000 miles for tonight. Going past the BMW garage there, Alan Jeffries, where I once bought a bike and then didn't have it, but that's a story for another time. So yeah, Carlsant1 and I believe also Save the Freak have been motovlogging on the internet for some time, and I've certainly been watching motovlogging for quite a few years, actually, a couple of years at least now on the internet, and in that time the technology has improved immensely. I'm filming this particular footage tonight, as I say, not on a nighttime camera. This is a Drift HD camera, quite an affordable camera actually, and seems like Save the Freak there doing some kind of Diana Ross routine and dancing on his bike, I suspect. Here we are now in Shipley in West Yorkshire as we leave the Guiseley area and Save the Freak and Carlsant1 continue their trip. They've done, I think, about 7 miles so far, so we'll see how it goes. This is Leeds Rider 93 as well, escorting the two contestants this evening on their journey. This vlog has a bit of a kind of a royal kind of feeling to it, doesn't it? The way I'm giving it the old narration. The cortege is heading out of Shipley. There are no fans on the street, you'll notice here, waving the two of them on their way. No brass bands, no fanfares, no parties. Quite surprised actually that within the week they didn't manage to arrange that as part of this, but you know.